Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Star Flames and we are back baby with another banging video. Now, for anyone who have been keeping up with my channel, you guys know that I said something to you guys about 2025, 2026. I said we're gonna see more marriages getting ruined and they're gonna get ruined by men dressed as women who has done the gender reaffirming surgery and all of that jazz. And it seems as though this is what is going on with Desmond Scott and Kristy Sarah, because if this is not a man, I'm not a woman. If this person is not a man, I'm not a woman. Okay? I'm gonna say that. And the internet thinks so too. If this person is not a man, honey, I've seen women with strong bone structure before, Grace Jones. And oftentimes when I talk about these plastic surgery, people want to insult me with Grace Jones, but you cannot walk in Grace Jones' shoe, honey. You can't. Grace Jones is in a class of her own by her own. She has created history and she is a beautiful, eccentric black woman, okay? No comparison, nothing. But here's what. So TMZ did a reveal of the woman that Desmond has been caught making out with. This motherfucker is a man. I'm sorry. Marissa, if you're not a man, my apologies. But you look like a man, bitch. You look like a man. You look like a man. If you're not a man, you've been inverted at birth. If not, my apologies. You know what? I'm gonna tell you guys what I've heard. What I heard months ago about Kristy and her husband. I heard that they are attracted to the same sex. I heard that Kristy is attracted to women, Desmond is attracted to men. Allegedly. Allegedly. I've heard that this is something that they do from time to time, dip and do with the same sex and then go back home to each other. And they have terms and conditions how it is done, allegedly. I don't know if it is true. I didn't want to tell you guys that, but let me just say that to you, okay? Allegedly. So, honestly, I don't care. So in case you're wondering, I don't care. Kristy will be fine. Desmond won't be fine. Marissa is here to fuck up Desmond's life and he doesn't know it. I said it yesterday without even knowing who the person is. I said Desmond is going to be fine, but he's going to figure out that this person came into his life to fuck it up. And this person is going to fuck it up real good for him. No. Marissa is saying that she has no idea who Desmond was when they met, and she had no idea she had no idea that Desmond was married. But Marissa, you're a motherfucking liar. You are a motherfucking liar. It's either Desmond told you to say that, or you are a liar. And let me tell you something. And anyone who follows my channel knows that when I speak, my accuracy level is on point. Sometimes they call me psychic, and it's not that. It's just common sense sometimes. Sometimes when you see one person's life a certain way, when you come across another familiar situation, you already know how it's gonna play out. We've seen this on the internet before. We've seen this. Marissa is looking for a come up. Marissa is a come up queen. like the Kardashians. Because ain't no motherfucking way you're gonna tell me that you had no idea Desmond was a married man. Whenever you meet someone and that person tells you their name, and that person, after you leave their presence, right? The first thing you do is to Google search their first and their last name. That's the first thing unless Marissa is from Mars. If Marissa is from Mars, I believe her. If she's from Mars, like Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, and Elon Musk, I believe her. Unless she's from Mars, like Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, and Elon Musk. Because those three people, only God can come at my feet and say, Star, they're actually human beings. I don't believe they're human beings. I don't. Anywho, let's get into what TMZ is saying. They say Desmond Scott's mystery makeout partner, yeah, the one he was locking lips with just 2 days after we broke the story, his estranged wife Kristy hit him with divorce papers, has officially been identified. Sources familiar with the situation tell TMZ the woman getting hot and heavy with Desmond last Sunday is Marissa Springer. So the video was from last Sunday. A 24-year-old local Houston model who's also currently in school working towards her master's degree in business. I'm looking at the image of Marissa, guys, because I don't want to be disrespectful towards anyone's gender, and I have nothing against the LGBT community, but I'm happy that Trump brought back God to America. Yeah, Trump brought back God to America because when Trump came back and he took men out of women's sports, that was a big win for women. And when he says no gender therapy treatment for kids, kudos to Trump on that. I don't agree with more than 90% of the things that Trump has done. But when Trump brought back God to America and when Trump took men out of women's spaces, you have to say, no matter who you are, and I support the LGBTQ community, I don't think that anyone should be attacking them, bullying them, or anything like that. But I also think that kids should be kids, and no one should be forcing kids to grow up too quickly. And when you do, it means that you're a PDF file. That's what I think. And Marissa, you look like a man. If you weren't born a man, you were inverted. But honey, the face is given man. And if you weren't inverted, my sincere apologies. Now, TMZ is saying we're told the two met for the first time earlier that night at Houston bars, Sante, through a mutual pal. And Marissa had no clue. So they're saying Marissa had no clue about Desmond's online fame. Our sources say it was also her understanding that he was single at the time. I don't want to sin on here, no. I don't want to sin on here. You see, this is where I think a Jamaican woman should come in. This is where I think a Jamaican woman should come in. Because if I was Kristy, even though I would be filing for a divorce, the mere fact that Marissa is online telling lies, I would beat her ass. I would beat her ass and feel good about doing it if I was Kristy. Because how is it that in 2026, this is an orange stick, guys. This is an orange stick. It's not a weapon. It's an orange stick, okay? Used for nails. How is it that in the day and age of technology, you're gonna say you. Oh, I had to cool down a bit because you see what I see. Marissa, do you have any Jamaican friends? If I was Kristy, I would beat Marissa's ass and not feel bad about doing it. I would feel liberated, but then again, that's a man. Kristy would have to get herself a good size stainless steel frying pan. I think I want to go for the theatrics. So I'm going to get that jumbo size stainless steel frying pan because I love the theatrics and I love some aspects of drama. I'm going to get a frying pan. So I love the theatrics. So I got myself this. You see how big this is? And it's heavy. Okay? Stainless steel. If I was Kristy, Marissa would have to be talking to this if I was Kristy. Because there's no way that man is popular on TikTok and we're in 2026 and you're gonna talk shit. I would have. If I was Kristy, I would be. Because that's a man. You can't fight that unless you're gonna do so with this. And I'm sure Kristy has one or two in her kitchen. That shit is heavy. That shit is heavy. Listen, YouTube, that is just for theatrics, YouTube. That is just theatrics, okay? I love theatrics. But on a more serious note, Marissa is lying. It is 2026. Hi, what's your name? My name is Desmond. Desmond what? I'm not going to tell you at this point. Okay, Desmond. That's all you need. You Google search Desmond. The first thing Google is going to show you is TikTok, Desmond and Kristy. Because guess what? You are an Instagram model. You're one of those models that seeks attention. So you know Desmond. And which pal introduces a married man to someone? Which pal? Do you guys see how this doesn't make any sense? A truck is making some really loud noise. Is that a garbage truck? This story doesn't make any sense. It does not make any sense. So TMZ is saying things escalated so quickly. We're told there was an instant spark, and with a few drinks flowing, it turned into drunken fun that ate it up fast. It's unclear whether this turns into anything more. Well, he told his wife he wants a divorce. So is it that there are multiple partners out there? Is it that he's cheating on someone else with Marissa and he's cheating on Kristy with that someone else? No, they've been seeing each other for a while. But if I was, but the mere fact that this makes sense as to why Kristy would file for divorce so quickly and say the marriage is irretrievably broken. It is. You can't compete with a man. It is irretrievably. Listen. I always tell people this. Most men are gay. Okay? They're gay and some of them are able to suppress their little gay tendencies. Some of them, if you put on a wig and lipstick on a broomstick, they are down for it. Yeah. But anywho, she has an Instagram. I don't even want to say she. This is not a woman. I'm looking at the backbone. I'm looking at the shoulder blade. I have more fat on my shoulder, but if I'm twisted like this, my shoulder still isn't sharp and you don't get... Lord, forgive me if I'm wrong. Hey, Kristy, do you have any stainless steel? I'm just saying, guys, I'm just saying. But you know what? Kristy will be fine. Kristy will be fine. But I tell you, people can be so disappointing. And that friend, who is that pal? Who is that pal? Because that ain't no friend. That ain't no friend. That ain't no friend to Desmond. That ain't no friend to Kristy. Desmond, you're in danger. This is a whole trap. And I think that Desmond is not so experienced. And I think this is a trap. I think this is a trap. And because it feels so good, you know, infatuation is a big trick. And then Desmond is going to realize that he has been tricked. Some people don't care, you know. Some people don't care. But anywho, good luck to Kristy. No, Kristy is going to be fine. Good luck to Desmond because he's going to need it. Good luck to Desmond. He's going to need it.